Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Made in Abyss episode 10. As always, you know how it is. We are going further down and this same should do you, in this case in my comments. So you can find where I put in a description where you remove the circumflex dots and replace them with dots. If you do so, you will find a link which leads you to my original reaction. So there you go first. Once you've watched it, you can come back and listen to my discussion about it. So there is one thing you should know this time, howsoever. Thus, I am stupid. I recorded my original reaction without properly attaching this thing, which means there are by now 2 reactions I will upload. I will put both links in. If you want to have fun, I don't know why you should do. You can watch the first one, which is me reacting originally, first time viewing, talking to you, and you can hear nothing. I mean nothing. You won't hear a word. But you can see how I fall into despair. The second link, however, will be me. I'm not sure how I shall do this. If I re-react to it, I don't know, man. I will right now think about it. You can watch it and it will possibly be me reacting to it a second time and talking about it. I'm really feel stupid right now, you know. So however, there are 2 versions for you right now. I'm really sorry. Others might do something like record it again and act as though it is the first time. I said it in the past on my old channel, and I keep to this promise. I try to be as truthful to you as I can. So if I do shit like that, I confess it. So here you go. You have 2 versions. Watch and enjoy. And then please come back and hear me out. For those of you who have come back, welcome back. So, well, as you might have seen, that was a really bad episode for me. Damn, was it bad. Oh hell. I talked about this, by the way, too. I already recorded this video once before without sound, so there goes my day. But I can discuss about it again. So we went down. We were on our way from 3rd to 4th layer. There were those interesting spiked eggs, which I'm not absolutely sure for which creature lays them. But it seems that those little squids who are swimming in the water are from those eggs, as Rico said. So there's something that she mentioned which is very important, which I think is very interesting, because she stated that these creatures are not named, so no one gave them a name yet, and only 10% of all creatures in the abyss are named at all. So it means that there are 90% of creatures which no one has ever given a name to. That's the one thing. But she additionally mentioned that there are like possibly 10,000 or thousands of creatures in the abyss. So it's a really huge world which no one really knows a lot about. Nothing at all. Those creatures might be dangerous, but they may be helpful in case of cures and stuff like that, or like honeybees, you never know. So there you can do so much more. You can do so many more seasons about the abyss. Really looking forward to. Right. She mentioned something like traps. I have seen none, but maybe. And then they met one of those creatures. Those creatures. It was an orbed piercer, and heck did they track me with this one. In the beginning of the intro, if you watch the intro carefully, in the end of the intro to be more exact, there's a picture of Nanachi, of the bunny girl. And she is, I think, like embracing, hugging a creature which I think was an orb piercer, maybe a smaller one, that might be. and I think she was like crying or depressed. So I thought when the piercer appeared, because I'm stupid, I thought like, oh well, maybe it's like her dog, you know, like her pet animal. And Reg will possibly hurt the animal, and then she will appear and be sad about it, and so that's how they meet. So I was more like, he's not really attacking them, or it's all going fine and stuff like that. That's why I thought in my first reaction, which you may see in my reaction, I was more like not really believing that it would be so dangerous. And then, well, boy, did I got proven wrong. So it's able to pierce metal, which is harsh, especially if you see that. Well, it looks as though it is hair which he has there, and not real spikes. It is incredibly fast and agile, and it can predict your movements. So that is a real dangerous hunter you have there. Well, they had this metal umbrella. I don't know where they had that one from. I can only guess they took it from somewhere. They got it gifted. I'm not sure. I think I missed that one. But it pierced through it, and it did hit Rico in her hand. And thus it is said to be poisoned. That was a tough one. I don't know, man. That was harsh. So they decided they have to go up to escape from it, which I totally agree with. They had to move away from it. It was alluring around them all the time, so it would have charged in and killed them. But by going up, as we know, the curse of the abyss will hit and Rico will start bleeding, which was strange for me in the moment because she didn't start bleeding immediately. It did take like some seconds to start up, but then it didn't stop, and there was. I don't like that, you know. I'm not a fan of gore and violence and stuff like that, so that was not nice to be seen. But as harsh as it is, this was not the worst thing. Because then they went for the "you have to cut off my arm" theme, and damn, no, no, I hate that. Oh boy. So, I mean, if they would have had at least an axe or a sword, they could have like cut with one sweep through her arm. It would have been a disaster, but still, it would have been over in one chop. But instead, they only had a small like kitchen knife, and so Reg had to break her arm, and man, that's a harsh thing to do. I don't know if I could do anything like that to anyone. Even if it would be necessary, you know, that's something like, yeah, come on, dude, break my arm and cut it off with a kitchen knife, which he did afterwards. So, not something I was ready for. That's one thing. Well, then she fell down and she was out completely. She stopped breathing. I'm not sure if it was due to exhaustion, due to blood loss, or due to the poison. But then Nanachi appeared. So, and here's the second thing. So Nanachi appears, and later on she said that she can heal the hand, the poisonous effect, I guess. So breaking the arm and at least partially cutting it loose was not needed. It was needed in the time because you didn't know that there would be someone who can cure the poison, but seeing it from later on, it was not necessary. You didn't have to do it, and by doing it you made things worse now. So that is something that Reg will possibly always think about in the future. It isn't his fault. He couldn't have acted differently. I'm pretty sure of that. But that is a harsh thing that you always, at least I always will think about that, you know, like, damn man, if she would have appeared 1 minute sooner, or if he would have waited 1 minute more, she still would have a completely working arm. Because right now, Nanachi already said, it's not sure if it will ever work in the way it did before. So crap. At least they could revive her, so she wasn't breathing, and they could solve this. But that's a tough one, definitely a tough one. So this episode overall is very tough. In her hut, which by the way is the one I've seen in the intro from time to time and I like so much because it looks really, really cool. There's a lot of stuff from other adventurers from the past. So one can only guess that either she found their dead bodies and looted them, or she helped them somehow in the past. And maybe they left some stuff, or when they died later on, that she then took their stuff. It's not only like the gear, but it's also the whistles. So there were at least 3 purple whistles and 2 black whistles, which I've seen. So I can only guess that she possibly met some others in the past. And there must be some reason why she's helping. So I guess we will learn that in the next episode. That's what next episode is about. More about her. And more about why she's doing what she's doing, who she is, what a hollow is, because I'm not absolutely sure. Yeah, well, possibly more about Rico and hopefully her healing up a bit, getting back on track. I would like that. I kind of need that, you know. I think when it comes to the hollow, we had it mentioned before in the papers of Liza that she wrote down something about the hollow, or a hollow, which looked like Rack. So maybe somewhere there's a connection. We will see. And the one important thing about Nanachi is she stated that she can view the curse of the abyss. So she can see it. So she can see that at the moment Rico is not affected by it, so they can move upwards. And the question is is it like a field in some specific places, so that she's like able to navigate through it in the abyss, to say there's a lot of curse, there's nothing? Or is it that it's like accumulating in the people? So like it accumulated inside of Rico, and thus she was, or that she already had bleed out, or maybe was near to death. The curse by now is gone, and she's empty of it, and will accumulate more as she moves down again. Just guessing. So, this is it for this time. As always, if you want to see my next reaction, go over to my Patreon. It should already be up there. I will try next time to record including volume. If you like, please like. If you want to comment, you're always welcome, because I always like to hear your thoughts, to read your thoughts. What was this episode for you like? I mean, for me it was a harsh one. I struggle with watching it again now, because this one here I record after recording it the first time, and I will have to go and watch it again now. So that there's a recording for you to hear me. But what was it for you like? I mean, this is an episode where happens a lot of bad stuff. If well written, really good written, and nicely done. But it's never nice seeing someone being hurt, at least for me. And the decisions that had to be made here by Rek are tough. So did you go in with a jolly mood in this episode and were crushed once you finished, or what was it for you? So, like to hear, and as always, this is it for this time. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.